At what point do you turn off the manipulation tactics with people that you work with? Or don't you?
So this question, I actually pulled this from a friend of mine. Not someone I've known for a long time, but someone that's a guy that I know. He doesn't know me well enough, but he knows well enough to ask me this question.
Sure.
Right? And he actually sent me a text. He's like, I've been thinking after listening to your podcast, are you just manipulating people all the time?
Yeah.
And it's a legit question, right?
I have that question, sure.
Yeah, even Echo has that question. So I obviously have talked about leadership and influence as manipulation because that's what they are, right? If I'm trying to get you to do something, you could say I'm leading you, but you could also say I'm manipulating you, okay? Right. And the difference to me, and I've pointed out this difference before, the difference to me is that if I'm trying to do something that's going to benefit you or benefit the team, then that's leadership or that's influence. If I'm trying to get you to do something and it's going to benefit me, then that's manipulation. I've talked about that before. So, that being said, I am not running around in full manipulation mode all the time. I'm not. I'm not constantly sitting there trying to plot and make people do things. I will say this, though. I am generally conscious or aware or detached enough that I can see my interactions with other people from a good enough distance to see how I'm affecting the situation. So it's there. It's there. I'm aware of it. I do have a couple friends, not many, where I'm just like completely unfiltered. Some of the times, some maybe even most of the time. But with most people, like I said, I'm at least aware of what I'm saying and what I'm doing and how it's being received. It's modulated, though, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not sitting there manipulating everyone that I meet. And the fact of the matter is, the reason is, most of the time, I don't care. Not that I don't care about them, but I have no reason. I am not trying to do something with this person. I'm just interacting with the person, and I like to interact with different people, and I get along well with a lot of different types of people, from straight-laced, like religious people to freaking outlaw bikers, to surfers, to alcoholics, to fitness freaks. I mean, I'm friends with a bunch of different people, and I'm definitely not sitting around trying to manipulate them. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to enjoy, and I enjoy the various personalities and sort of decisions and lives that people had. I learn from them. I'm not trying to manipulate them. I'm actually trying to learn from people most of the time, not manipulate. But, when I do get in a team setting or a business setting or a relationship setting where now what we're doing is an interaction of humans, then I definitely will be thinking about how my actions and reactions are affecting the situation. And I will tell you this, I'm generally only doing it for good.
Right.
I'm not trying to get things from people. I think you would be one to say, like, yeah, I'm pretty generous with what I'm trying to do with my life and with helping people. Not that I find myself to be like some healer or some benevolent person that's running around. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm generally, when if I'm interacting with someone enough that I'm in this mode, I am trying to help them.
Right.
I'm trying to help us. That's what I'm trying to do. So if this is manipulation to try and help people and trying to help whatever it is I'm doing with other people to move in the right direction, if that's manipulation, I'm guilty.
Right. Yeah, and you kind of mentioned that too, where you're using the word manipulation, kind of.
Yeah, I use it where most people don't like to say it.
Right.
Most people say, you know what, I really like to influence my friends and move them in the right direction.
Yeah.
Well, what is that doing?
Yes.
That's manipulating.
Yeah. So if you
You
look
know,
up the definition, it's to handle cunningly. That's what manipulation is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, there's another definition in there too, but I think that's a more general, broad.
Yeah,
definition,
but I
right?
think the generally accepted meaning of the word manipulate has a negative connotation for sure, and it is rightfully so, because it generally, when you say it, you're talking about, oh, Jocko is really manipulating Echo.
Right,
So what does that mean? Oh, Jocko's trying to get stuff from Echo. He's trying to do stuff for his own benefit. Whereas if I were to say, Jocko, he's been hanging out with Echo a lot, man, he's really having a good influence on him.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? That's cool. Oh, everyone's happy now. But what did I really do? I really manipulated you.
Right.
I really made you act a certain way. I led you. I manipulated you.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, maybe I need to stop using the word manipulation. But the reason I like to use it, because I know it. I know it makes people think.
Yeah.
I know it makes people see leadership for what it is. With leadership, you're trying to get other human beings to do what you want them to do. Yeah. That's what you're trying to do. Now, in the best form of leadership, you're trying to get them to want to do what you want them to do. And in better form of leadership, you're trying to get them to do what they want to do, and it happens to be what you want them to do too.
Collectively, sure. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
But all of those means I'm trying to get you to do something.
Yeah.
And whether we want to call it leadership, or we want to call it influence, or we want to call it inspiration, or we want to call it manipulation, it's the same thing. The only difference being, in my mind, when I manipulate something, I'm trying to help myself. And I don't do that.
Right. And
I'm not trying to help myself.
Yeah, manipulate
through other people.
Yeah, it sounds like that it's helping yourself at their expense.
Exactly.
Like that's manipulation. And influence is even more broad. I think even goes outside of manipulation. Just because influence, you can passively influence someone. You can just hang around someone.
But you can passively manipulate people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can. You can absolutely passively manipulate people.
Like and not know you're doing it?
Well, no. You can do it by not doing something.
Oh, yeah. That's like passive-aggressive manipulation.
Sure. Yes.
But like influence, let's say we're just cruising and we're hanging out. You're not telling me or asking me or whatever to do something. You're just being you, and I'm like, "Fuck, Jocko's so cool, man. Let me roll up my sleeves like Jocko does." That's
influence.
like influence. Yeah. I wouldn't call that manipulation. That wouldn't be manipulation.
Yeah, but what if I intentionally was like, you know what? I really need to get Echo to do X.
Yeah.
And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna lead.
Yeah.
So
and really isn't. So that being said, isn't
ding,
just
ding, ding, ding.
being polite? Isn't that a low form of manipulation?
Absolutely.
Like if I say, hey, would it be possible for you to grab that chair from me? What do you mean? Would it be possible? We know that's possible.
Yes, it is
I'm an
possible.
adult. We know it's possible. I know what possible means. Why did you say if possible? Why did I say that? Because I want you to
feel good
not
about
be
it.
defensive.
Yeah.
You want to feel good. You want to feel. That's like
you don't
low
want me to
levels of
feel,
manipulation.
It absolutely is. It's interacting with other people.
Right. So you have to show some form of, if we want to use the word manipulation, which we do, obviously, you're always doing it. So in a way, it's pretty rare you're going to turn it off.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, really. And so I guess to answer the question once again, do I ever turn it off? Not really. Am I walking around trying to manipulate people and get them to fall under my spell of destruction? Hell no. I'm just a normal guy that's interacting with people on a regular way. And when I'm dealing with people in an interactive situation, I'm aware of the way I'm acting and how it affects the situation. That's it.
And you happen to be pretty effective. In a positive way, though, how you turned out, like if it's for the goal of the collective.
Right.
It's not a malevolent
Yes,
manipulation.
it is not. All right.
So really the answer to the question is not really. That's the question. The answer to the question. Right?
I like the way you put that.